This is the first video in our Learn to Skate series, and it's the most important one because this is where you're going to learn how to step on and off a skateboard safely, and that's where most first injuries occur. It's in that first moment where you jump on the skateboard in the wrong way, it slips out from underneath you, you fall and get injured. So here's how to avoid that. So this is video 1 of a 6-part series. Our Learn to Skate series covers everything you need to know about how to balance on and move around on your skateboard. Even though this may seem like the easiest thing we do in skateboarding, I want you to take some precautions to make sure that you stay safe. Wear your helmet. If you're going to use them, wear pads, and make sure you have an environment where it's soft enough that your wheels can't roll so the skateboard doesn't ever roll away from you. And when you fall, it'll absorb some impact. And make sure that the area is free of any obstacles or debris that you might hit your head or another body part on and injure yourself. So there are all kinds of ways to get on and off your skateboard, but for starters, I want you to use this simple 3-step on and reverse those 3 steps to get off. We stand near the front wheels. Our front foot covers 3 of the 4 screws, leaving the screw closest to the pinky toe exposed. Our foot's pointed straight ahead, parallel to the skateboard. Next, we balance on that foot. Find some balance here. Once we have our balance, we can place our back foot right here in the crease of the tail. So one of the common mistakes people make is when they get into this position on the skateboard, instead of pivoting on the ball of the foot, they pivot on the heel, and their foot moves like that versus that. So again, pivoting on the heel, which puts us in a bad position because now we're going to want to try to lift our foot versus pivoting on the toe or the ball. Front foot pivots on the ball into position, knees, ankles bent. My front foot is slightly behind my front wheels. Make sure that as you practice, you're double checking that when you pivot that front foot, it's going into the appropriate position. Now to get off, we have to reverse those steps. So I pivot my front foot, balance on it, and step off with the back foot. Another really common mistake when stepping off the skateboard is to forget to pivot your front foot. So when I walk off with my back foot without pivoting, the board wants to pivot too, and I get into all kinds of trouble in that position. If we forget to pivot our front foot back to here before we step off, and we step off like this, the board tends to pivot out from underneath us, and we'll lose balance as we walk and probably hurt ourselves. In this video, we showed you how to get on and off your skateboard easily with a 3-step process. 3 steps on, reverse those steps to get off. We also showed you some of the pitfalls and common mistakes of stepping on and off your skateboard, so you can watch out for those. The next video in our Learn to Skate series is all about one really important part of your stance, and that's determining which foot goes forward. So if you put your left foot forward, you're going to be regular. If you put your right foot forward, you're going to be goofy, and we're going to help you figure out how to do just that.